And growing up, I've learned a couple things. I've learned how to go ahead and how to a lot, what not to do a lot. And just like you said, every day is still in educational mode, and still to this day, I will never stop educating myself, and I will never say, "Oh, I already know it." I'll always listen to somebody just to see if they have a better way of doing it, and if they do have a better way of doing it, I would always be obliged to doing it that way because guess what? The wheel can be reinvented several times. So, anyways, just like the mac and cheese, you could go ahead and have a mac and cheese day every week. So just go ahead and just call it out. Every Tuesday is mac and cheese day.
That would make Tuesdays better, at least in my kids' eyes.
Yes, it's easy unless you're like Chef Boyd. I think it was Chef Mac or Chef Boyd doing mac and cheese. It was really freaking good mac and cheese. So, anyways, it's a good day for you to be alive, my friend. What did the kids have? Did you wake up in the morning with a bunch of balloons? Did you wake up with a bunch of spankings? How did you wake up today, man?
This is the COVID style birthdays, right? So we got the presents, we got everything wrapped. It was actually funny. I was pulling like histories, like on your memories on Facebook, and it's got like you get to go out to eat at all these places we've done every single year, and it's like, well, not this year. I don't think. I don't know that we're going to go anywhere this year. But it's crazy to think of how things have changed in just a year.
Eric, one more question, my friend. What was the most special birthday that you will never forget in your entire life, whether it be bad or good? Just tell me. Well, maybe you know what? There has to be a bad. There has to be a good. I mean, if there is no bad, no worries. Just go ahead and tell me the most memorable one that pops up in your head and what year it was.
So I would have to say probably my 30th. We rented this huge house in Phoenix, and we had some really good friends. I think we had like 80 some people spend a night at this house, and literally we were up. We had game trucks, we had it catered, we had poker like casino people in there, and I'm pretty sure that we were all up from dusk until dawn. It was a fun party.
That's good. That's good. Eric
Yeah.
knows how to party. And you know what, Eric? I'm actually a really good. I'm actually really good at actually throwing parties. I just posted a picture just recently saying I miss my parties, man. And by
Saw
by
that.
this time in this year, I've already would have had 14 to 15 shows, man. And I haven't had
Are you
one.
having withdrawals?
Yes, I am. I'm having major withdrawals, and it's kind of me to keep me entertained. And she's just like, dude, you're too needy, man. You're too needy. And I'm like, whatever. And we come as far as like the attention and how much here we are though. But
Well, okay, so I got to talk about it because I know it wasn't on the Prescott Times page. And as somebody who's involved in tourism pretty heavy, I was like, no, no, don't say that. You've got to read that.
yes, yes. You know what? Let me go ahead and do it for you. It,
And disclaimer, this is fake. This is not real news,
This is
but it's
100%.
hilarious.
I mean, if you guys want to believe me with this, go ahead. I think you deserve to go ahead and live this life for just a day until somebody tells you that it's fake. And then you're going to be right here now with COVID cases. We watch in horror as the rest of the state spikes and wonder how long before it really hits here. So if you plan on vacation at our rivers, lakes, or our mountains this summer, I think you should know that the red ants and bed bugs have infested hotels and motels across the area due to a wetter than usual spring. Mountain lions have eaten all domestic animals and smaller people. Spikes have been installed by a roaming pack of honey badgers. We have a bad bear sighting at every park in town. We have Bigfoots invading our porcupines stabbing small children should they dare to enter the forest. Skunks have made their way over multiplied presidential rates and wanted a local campgrounds and wandering local campgrounds and packs. So don't bring your RVs here. And pretty sure all private tiger owners have released them into the streets of our towns. And guess what? Headlights now fly right beside the bats. So they're all friends over here. So stay where you are in your own province, state, or county where it's safe. Seriously, please do not come here. We also have no toilet paper. And then somebody revised it. Somebody revised it and said Bigfoot is okay to come here because he was ready.
That's pretty funny. Where did you even come up with that?
One of my lovely online friends have posted that for me. They posted it, so I obviously that's what I do. I steal your guys' post or memes, and then I utilize it and put it on my page, and then we just have a good old time right here. Had over 103 laughs, so a lot of people laugh with that, and that's kind of
Well,
what
those it's all about those carjacking javelinas because they're getting serious.
yeah, those carjackers are not a good people to have around, man. They well to be don't if you're not right, they even know clockwork. They know they call up the silly like clockwork. So that's kind of funny to go ahead and these 7 comedy shows, 7. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, man, that is big. And I know that we are not a COVID-19 topic again. And you know
Well,
what?
before you,
Yes, they're going to be doing a live concert series. And all
but for the price of the tickets, I was like, oh yeah, they're not there.
you got to sit in your car and you still got to have that social distancing. And that's just how the cookie crumbles. It is what it is.
Died of a big screen. That's what the gist is, right?
Yes.
Okay,
And I
it's still
mean,
cool. At least they're doing something. But okay.
seen this morning, and once ago, people died, and I understand that. And I actually have seen a little bit of difference in the number. Worldometer. Worldometer takes information from every place and compiles it into one place. And these are the numbers that are accurate. As you guys seen that I posted with the Yavapai 1,057. And that is pretty huge. That's a daily case, guys. And then you fast forward to July 13th. In July 13th, over 3,000 cases have dropped off the face of this earth. And then that's like, I feel like it's a great positive.
That's a, yeah.
It's a significance. We obviously were spiking, we were going insanely crazy, and then it just dropped off the face of,
San Martino, are they crediting the recent close down of bars and gyms for that?
I don't know, Eric. I wouldn't know exactly what to credit. I mean, everybody's gonna be like, wait, you gotta wait for the 4th of July. And I'm like, okay, waiting. And it's now 4th of July has been what
10 days.
10 days past, guys. So there I mean, we could take it for the grain of salt, my friends. I mean, it is what it is. The death rates are falling, the positive rates are falling. Eventually, there's going to be no more people to test. And now I think they're going on to their next narrative. And their next narrative is will COVID come back and will COVID be get it once and then not get it again thing, or get it once and then come back and it's going to be a mutated thing. So there's a lot of those fear factors out there that people are throwing out. And I mean, once again, who do you trust when it comes down to?
Well, I saw you posted the Yavapai County numbers, and they're still up. We got a lot of people in the ICU, and there are a lot of people in the hospital.
Yeah, and I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and read that to you real quick, so you guys can go ahead and read along. Yavapai County has tested over 23,000 residents with 1,167 positive cases, 480 recovered, and 15 deaths. With 4 of them currently under investigation, Yavapai Regional Medical Center reports 22 COVID-19 patients on the West Campus and 1 person under investigation, as well as 4 COVID hospitalizations in the East Campus with 5 PUIs. Verde Valley Medical Center reports 13 COVID hospitalizations and 12 people under investigation. The VA is caring for 2 COVID patients. And then overall, 899,000 Arizonans have been tested for COVID-19 with 123,000 positive results and 2,245 deaths. And now that being said, we really honestly, I mean, I don't know what to say. The numbers are the numbers, but we personally do not know how those numbers are set up and who actually is dying during these things. But I don't know if you guys actually see. I'm going to start posting the obituaries that are sent to me through the funeral homes here locally. And these, God rest their souls, are some of the people that have passed on, born in 1935, 1936, 1953, and 1930, and just recently have all passed. And not saying that they all have been subjected to the COVID-19, but it would be pretty cool to find out exactly how they died and if they were counted as a COVID-19. So, guys, I don't know if you guys ever watched or read, the obituaries. I don't think I'm more morbid, but I've always read that obituaries. For some reason, I always just wanted to see who passed on and kind of like just throw up a little bit of a prayer. I don't know. But I've always watched, the obituary section in the local newspaper. And just recently, I get actual emails, and I haven't really approached me. Just FYI, I would be more than willing to go ahead and put up their do that for you guys. And that's free of charge. I don't know if anybody else charges, but I'll be doing that for you guys. But I've always watched it, and you obviously had every paper that came out. There was 4 to 5 deaths on there, and they were all elderly. And it's every once in a while when you found somebody that was actually of a younger age, and if you found that person that was of a younger age, it was really honestly heartfelt because you're just like, wow, how did they die so young, and why did they die so young? And a lot of people have been screaming, I want to know how they died and if they had underlying illnesses and et cetera, et cetera. And we all want to find out the same things, but once again, HIPAA has definitely restricted that information. And if somebody's writing the script and telling us, who is dying, they're going to go ahead and they will tell you, how they passed on. They just did. They're not going to tell you if they had any other sicknesses. So, anyways, long story short, I feel like the numbers that were shown today by Worldometer and also, the local Yavapai County testing, with over 23,000 test residents, and only 1,160 of those cases are positive. That alone right there, I don't know if anybody has the ability to do some math right now, but what kind of percentage is that? 23,000 residents tested, and only 1,000 came back positive, and a good amount of those all became, they all survived. So I roll the meter, but let's be straight and honest. I have no clue where else to go ahead and get this information if nobody else wants to give that information. And we gotta be particular about how the information is broadcast. And as you guys know, if you guys ever see the posts that come from start, they're like, they start questioning it, and they start talking, about it, and all those speculations of, do they recount the test? Do they go ahead and count the test, the COVID antibodies? And of course they do. They're counting them. And I heard also, Eric, I don't know if you heard this, but they also said that if you were in the hospital, and you obviously have COVID-19, and they come back and test you the day before or the day after or whatever, and you test positive again, some are saying that they're taking that test and counting it as a positive. So the same person
Leslie went on record, I think, a few weeks ago and said that's not the case.
Okay.
She said that once a positive patient, they're marked as positive until they're marked as recovered again. And then, of course, once you're marked recovered, if you test positive again, I think you can become a new case.
Sorry, Eric. Somebody, I had to interrupt the whole thing. I just seen this, because I put a picture of you and I said, hey, help us wish, Eric Knight a happy birthday. And Charlie Enos, Magruder Enos, the community of Prescott can now ask the question, do you know what today is? And we can answer, yes, it's National Eric Knight's Birthday Day. So Eric, wish you a very happy birthday, and thank you for serving our community in the morning with what's happening in the 863. We are definitely, you are definitely what's happening in the 863 today. Congratulations, Eric.
Awesome. Well, hey, thank you very much. That's awesome.
Charlene, that was awesome.
Thank you.
You guys are awesome. Sorry, I had to interrupt the whole thing just for
that. Oh, that's great. No,
that was a good praise report.
Okay, but I have good news. You heard about the airport, right?
There's more good news?
There's always good news. We're in Prescott.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so the airport resized. So have you ever flown out of the airport?
Really anything cool or anywhere cool to go? I mean, don't get me wrong. Prescott is my home, and I love this place. So if you can find me a place that is way cooler, that has all my friends and family, the people that I love, and the things that I like to eat and do, then I'll go visit. But
even better, then you should get on the helicopter ride that flies around Prescott and then lands back here.
Yeah, we should. I mean, come on, let's go. We'll try to
But anyway, so good news. So I love flying out of here. Way better than flying out of Phoenix. And they just renewed United Airlines connection. I think it is United, yeah, to Denver for another 4 years. So
Oh,
that
nice.
means we have commercial service here out of that airport through United, which means that's what people don't understand. You can fly into Denver and get anywhere. So you can fly to anywhere from there. And so it's like a little 2 hour flight. You're there and you can go anywhere in the world from Denver. And that's so cool that we can do that here. So anyway, guaranteed for another 4 more years.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, actually, for some reason, I thought I read that they added another airline to the original one that was there. I'll go back and check that out. But I was under the influence that they actually added another airline.
That'd be great. It'd be great to have choices. But yeah, obviously, if you want to go to LA, there's a lot of places you can do. But Denver's United's main hub, and you can fly anywhere in the world. In fact, I think it's cheaper to fly from Prescott to Paris than it is from Phoenix to Paris.
Oh, yeah.
Last time I looked at it. Obviously, we're not going there because they don't want Americans right now. But when they did, it was cheaper to fly from Prescott to Paris with a stop in Denver than it was to fly anywhere from Phoenix to Paris. It was pretty cool the way they mapped it out.
That's good. One day I will go ahead and fly, and it's just a matter of time. It's just, I mean, really, honestly, like I said, I was trying to. I don't know why I haven't flown, Eric. I really.
Well, it's cool. I mean, the cool thing about the plane out of Prescott too is it's a jet, right? And they have to get altitude. They have to circle the Prescott Basin for a while to get up. And so you get to see everything. You get to fly high over the whole area and see everything from above. It's really cool.
Yeah, I think that would actually be a really cool little feature. And I've seen this when I've flown. The only one time that I've flown, we actually flew over in a Ramos van, and it's kind of crazy. I mean, we're really honestly new into the whole like phone camera and all that stuff. But yeah, I didn't have that. Well, maybe I did have that feature. I can't remember.
Well, those little red helicopters, when you see them, that's what they do. They'll take you up for an hour, or I think 45 minutes to an hour, and you get to see all of Prescott from a couple thousand feet up.
That's cool. Maybe that would be a good date night.
Yeah, that would be.
That would be cool. I think they're actually connected with Sedona. Maybe that could be like the Sedona Prescott.
And so they have a flight that goes to Sedona, and they have a package. They'll fly you to Sedona. You'll eat in Sedona, and then you fly back.
Oh, well, there we go. There we go. Everybody got a date night idea, and it's definitely social distancing at its finest. I mean, you can't get any social distancing at any rate with that one.
Yep, you're right. So anyway, I just found that was a cool, exciting thing that we've got going on. That's great for the community.
Okay, so anyways, I mean, Eric, I love good news, but I also got to go back to the bad news.
No, don't do it. Fight it.
It's not to the point where we're like we need to talk about it. It's actually kind of like more or less a praise report, and I'm going to call them a praise report because it's like a twofold thing for me. Twofold thing, and the reason why I say it's a twofold. It's because a couple things. Huge deal. We do not want fentanyl on the streets because it really honestly is killing people, and it's also hurting our community in a big way because people are overdosing because it just a little bit, like a couple grains of salt of fentanyl and it will kill you. Unfortunately, some people are really like into drugs and they've been kind of like marinating their whole body. They've been kind of getting used to this stuff. But we have two people that are now off the streets, but also this is the twofold for everybody. Yet now these people can get help and they can hopefully get themselves rehabilitated and get onto another level. Because as you guys can see right here, man, she and he does not look good at all. Let me go ahead and just read you the report real quick. It's fairly short. On July 8th, 2020, around 2 p.m., YCSO deputies received a tip from the anonymous witness who saw the occupant of the vehicle injecting himself in the Pilot Travel Center parking lot of Cordes Junction. It was reported as suspected illicit drug use. Deputies located the white Nissan Xterra in the parking lot and contacted two occupants identified as 31-year-old Richard Kylene and 33-year-old Shannon Bernard. Both deputies initially spoke with Richard, who was in the driver's seat and who could see the cap of hypodermic a syringe lying on the ground near the driver's door. Richard admitted that he was a drug user in the past and claimed no knowledge of a syringe outstanding warrants at the Maricopa County, and he was detained. Shannon admitted prior drug use and denied any connection to the syringe. She refused to allow a consent search of the Nissan. Deputies noted both Richard and Shannon had evidence of ejection sites at various possible locations on their body. Deputies requested a canine deputy to conduct an exterior sniff of the Nissan. Canine Hay and her partner arrived, and during the sweep, the canine alerted to the odor of narcotics from the vehicle. A search of the source of the order revealed the following: a wallet with Shannon's AZ driver's license and two pieces of tinfoil with black residue. A purse inside the backpack contained Narcan nose applicator. It's used to counteract a potential opioid overdose. So they're getting smarter. They're just like, we're going to go ahead and try this out. If I die or start dying, inject me with this Narcan.
Interesting.
So, anyways, you just keep on going. The street value of the pill size averages about $1,500. So both were booked in the Camp Verde Center on charges including possession of narcotic drugs, 2 times felony in possessions, use of narcotic drugs for sale, 1 felony. Both remain in the detention center, each on a bond of $12,500. And if you do the 10%, they only need $1,250 to get out of jail. So I say it's a twofold, Eric. Once again, you get the drugs that are really, really hurting the people, and then you get the people some help so they can go ahead and be reformed and be able to come back to society. That's what the number one goal is. And so if you guys have a drug problem, before you guys get arrested, once you try to find help, I know there's a lot of people out there, if you have insurance and you need that help, get it. Just go out there and get it. Don't wait for the conviction, because the conviction is going to be way worse. Then you're going to have to deal with a lot of legal issues, not also with health issues. So there's all these problems, guys. So you don't want that no more. So, anyways, Eric,
it did sound like they may have been passing through. It doesn't sound like they were residents.
No, they look like they were living, but I don't understand why they would just shoot up, when everybody could be, looking, especially children. I mean, it's just sad to go ahead and see people like that, which is, it's just weird. It's just weird to see that. Eric, I just found that press release. Okay, so DOT reselects SkyWest Airlines. So wasn't the other one American Airlines?
Yeah, so it's SkyWest. It's United. SkyWest is owned by United. It's their shuttle service.
Okay. So anyways, I'll get you guys that little press release. And if you guys go to the PrescottTimes.com or see on this page, the Prescott Times on the Facebook, we'll go ahead and repost those for sure. Just want to let you know I found it, Eric. See how on top of it I am today?
I love it. That's good. That's good. And you know what? You're so on top of it already. We didn't talk about the weather, and time's up already.
Oh yeah, no, we actually did talk about the weather, Eric. You just didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it. Just tell me, is it going to rain today or not?
It's your birthday, man.
I know. I'm waiting. Is it going to rain today or is it not?
It's about things, Eric. I am not going to forecast no more forecast. I'm just going to tell you how hot it is. It's going to be 88, which is totally good.
Yeah.
The high is 88, and then it just keeps on going 90, 90, 99, 88, 92. But next Thursday, because it's a forecast, because I could tell the future, Eric, it's going to rain.
So like 2 days from now, Thursday
next week.
Oh, that far out? It's funny because of the rain that we got, and the bugs are everywhere. The bugs are out. We even heard cicadas. And it's supposed to be, remember, it's the big cicada year. We're supposed to have, it's the 18 year. They're going to be everywhere.
Oh, yeah. They're
2020 is the big breeding year, 18 years.
I don't know, Eric. I think they come in folds every year. So I don't know. I really honestly, I'm once again, it's a forecast. I'm telling the future, guys. And if you guys don't believe me, that's probably a good thing. I don't believe me because it's a forecast. How am I supposed to tell you what it is? Like the other day, Eric, you're sitting there, you're like, it's supposed to be hot and sunny. The next thing you know, it was raining. All right. Well, anyways, like you said, it was our end time to go ahead and get on with the next thing in life. But thank you guys for joining us today. Thank you, Eric, for being born. And, once again, thank you for all the happy birthdays that you sent Eric. And that
Yeah.
was totally, totally awesome. I was almost going to shed a tear for that, man. And then that last one right there with they saying that Eric, today's your day. We'll call it. We're going to X-nate Taco Tuesday. We're going to X-nate Macaroni Day. It's Eric's day. I hope you get treated with a lot of love and respect. I know you're probably working, but hopefully you get an egg dropped on your head. I hope you get a cupcake with a little bit of what do you call those things? Candle in it.
Candles, very good.
Uh,
I don't think anybody wants to be blowing on a cake anymore.
yeah, no, no more blowing cakes, man. That's a little bit past time now. So, and date, and you know what? It's all about how you make it. That's how you're gonna do it. So, peace, love, and happiness. Let it not be war. Thank you, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
YouTube.
YouTube. Just kidding, Twitter. You don't get no love today.